Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Lions at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Back to throw. Robbins. And he's going to be dropped. back at the 15-yard line. Dayo Odeyingbo breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier, out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, 43, 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Underwood. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Underwood. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Trying the left side with Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw on third down. Robbins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A first down carry for Matthews. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Mahomes. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
second down, and it's Kamara again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A give left side to Matthews. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make the play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
That's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Butker's kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Robbins across the middle. He's got it complete to St. Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Robbins. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Back to throw again. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think. Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. Now 2 picks thrown by the rookie here on the road in this one in hostile territory.
And you know the discussion all week, any week, is take care of the football. But it's especially important on the road. And now he's made his team's task that much more difficult with these interceptions.
Yeah, a pair of first-half picks. We'll see how he bounces back later. Right now, their defense needs to respond. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. To return is McKenzie. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Robbins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Robbins. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Shot before the half from Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Harrison Butker, kickoff for Kansas City.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead. Absolutely.
NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Underwood. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
And even though that's 15 yards they're going to gain, this Kansas City offensive line has got to get together and say, got to do a better job protecting our franchise quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Matthews. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malik McDowell never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Underwood. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Robbins. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan. And it'll bring up third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Here we go with Matthews. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover, but CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
111 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Shark's got it, left side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. DJ Chark with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing to start the drive. Robbins. And Shark hauls it in. Touchdown, Detroit.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
On first, it's Matthews again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Underwood. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Matthews up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Matthews again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Robbins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Robbins. And that's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Out of the pistol, it's Matthews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
As they've done all day, they run with Matthews. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Had a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
This is caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They hand off to Matthews. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions pick over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Robbins.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Robbins. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw. In the hands of Kamara. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Let's go.
Here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner.
Let's go now.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to win this game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Lions, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss.